Hey, what's up? My name is Landon Swank, and I certainly appreciate you guys checking out the website. Just because you stopped by, I'm going to teach you this very easy to do trick that'll hopefully impress your friends and anybody else you want to show it to. Now, it's done with an ordinary deck of cards: clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, ace through king of all four suits, and I can promise you that there is no special order to these cards, and to verify that, you can't get any more fair than that old school table shuffle right there. Now, I've played a lot of Texas Hold'em, a lot of poker in my life, and that's what this effect is based on, all right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to shuffle these cards once, and the best hand you can start with in a game of Texas Hold'em, of course, is pocket rockets or two aces. Now, you did see that each and every card was different. Hopefully, in that one shuffle, after a completely fair mixed-up deck, I was able to find myself those two black aces. You want to learn how to... All right, now for the tutorial. This is a very easy thing to learn how to do and can be done, like I said earlier, with any deck of cards. All right, so that's the first step. Grab yourself a deck of cards and then take out the two black aces. Now, the utility thing I'm going to teach you is called a crimp. And a crimp is essentially just a bend in a card. What happens is when you bend that card, when it goes back into the deck, it creates a small little gap, a little bubble. So if the rest of the cards are nice and straight, which is important to note, you do want a fresh, clean, straight deck without the cards bent up in them. And that way, the only card now that is bent that's in this deck is going to be that ace of spades. So it's very easy to cut to, and you do it all by feel. Okay, so it's just by feel, and I know exactly that I grabbed that little bubble in the deck, and of course, there's the ace of spades. So here's exactly how I did the effect. The ace of spades gets bent that way, so the face of the card bends towards itself. The ace of clubs gets bent the other way, so the back of the card bends so it touches itself. And you want to go that direction. So the short edge to the short edge is what you want to touch. You don't want to go this direction for the way that I did it, at least. All right, so now these are both crimped. Now, these are massive crimps. You don't need it that big by any means. This is going to be too obvious, and people are going to know what you're doing. I'm doing this just so I can explain it and you guys can understand it. Now, these can go anywhere in the deck. It doesn't matter. The deck starts in the box, and the cards can really be shuffled. Okay, so they come out. You really saw that I mixed them up on the table. You can do that. You can have somebody else shuffle them so they know that you are not cheating. Okay, again, these crimps are very big, but it helps illustrate exactly what's happening. Now, when I got the cards back, I did a one-handed cut. Okay, so all I did was hold the cards in dealing grip, and then you raise them to the fingertips. So there are my fingertips of all four fingers. My thumb is on the opposite edge. And all you do is drop cards down from your thumb. Now, with a little bit of practice, you're able to cut at that crimp even with one hand, just like this. So I know that I cut to that ace of spades. So that's what I did. I squared the cards up, and then just as I was coming back, I did that one-handed cut and set the cards down, knowing that the ace of spades is on the bottom. If you don't want to take the time to learn how to do that, or you don't want to do flourishes at all, that's fine too. So we have the crimps back in the middle. So as you square the cards up, you take them, and you just have to do a tabled cut, so the cards can be right there, and you just reach over, and I know that I cut again to put the ace of spades on the bottom. Now the ace of clubs is still in the middle, and this is bowed the other way, so the bow now goes this direction, which means when you cut at the gap there, the ace is going to be on the top of this packet. Okay? So we have the ace at the bottom. I cut at the crimp, so I know the ace is on top here, ace of clubs on the top, ace of spades on the bottom, and then I just do a tabled riffle shuffle, making sure I start with the ace of spades, boom, I shuffle all of them together, and of course I end with the ace of clubs, boom. Push them together, just like that, and now I'm left with a deck that has one black ace on the bottom, the other black ace on top, and of course it looks like all I did was mix them up, give them one shuffle, and then to close out the effect, what I did is all you got to do is hold the deck. You put your fingers on the bottom like this, your thumb on the top, put a little bit of pressure, and as you throw the deck to your other hand, you're putting downward pressure with your thumb, upward pressure with your fingers, and all the cards slide out, except for the top and bottom card, which happen to be the two aces. So in real time, you throw them, and you're left with just the two aces. Of course, that's the simple way to do it. You can also, once they are on the top and bottom of the deck, you could even stack them for a poker hand, but that's getting a little more advanced. And of course, there's plenty of more material in the DVDs released on Sharper Skills, so release the inner card sharp in you. learn this stuff, of course, for entertainment purposes only, so you can blow your friends away, give exposés, and of course, it's always fun to do at parties. So, hope you enjoyed. Tune back for more magic, more gambling stuff, and more card sharpening. We'll see you soon.